So if you want to see me step by step how I get great blues tones like that out of this, stick around. It's just an affordable guitar, my son's Epiphone SG, one guitar lead, straight into the Boss Katana 100 combo, no pedal boards at all, no fancy cameras, just a lav mic, one of these little lapel mics that's sitting there facing me and the Katana, that's it, no audio interfaces, and watch me step by step get my tones. This is in response to regular questions on this subject. Right, let's pretend for a minute that this was a brand new amplifier for me. We'll ignore the fact that I already know where the good tones are. So let's say I've just bought it, it's come out the box. I'm going to go for 0.5 of a watt, and I won't do any other watt setting because 0.5 of a watt, really, it's mega loud. So I see we've got a couple of volumes, so I'll bring in tentatively a little bit of volume. I see I've got a gain knob. If it was a brand new amp, I might have it maybe just less than halfway initially. I'd probably start with my EQs to just 12 o'clock, so let's put them up to face 12 o'clock. I certainly wouldn't start thinking about booster at this early point, and I probably wouldn't think about delay at this point. Reverb, I certainly always play with reverb. Don't know who doesn't play with reverb. We're not animals after all. So we'll go with 12 o'clock on reverb. A little bit of presence, but it's on my radar that that's on. I might bring that down. Let's see. The guitar pots, by the way, are all full up. Let's see what that gives us, and I can afford a bit more volume than that. Right, this Paul Stafford Cook guy said something about this amp being really valve-like. Let's see if he's talking the truth. Let's have a bit more volume. No, he's lying. He's rubbish. Blinky plonky, not good enough. So I'm thinking, right, I know what I'll do. I'll do that trick where we'll max out one of the volumes and keep the other one low. Let's see if that brings in a bit of valve warmth. Nope. Clearly this amp doesn't sound like a valve amp at this point. Let's try the other extreme. Let's take that master volume really low, but we'll really put up this preamp volume, or whatever you want to call it. Makes no difference at all. Now I know that debates can rage as to how you should balance these volumes. In my experience with the Katana, it makes not enough difference to really care. So I'm just going to go back to setting these to a random kind of thing. Right, then I notice I've got a bit of gain, and I'm longing at this point for some sort of warmth, some sort of valve compression. So I'm going to put the gain a good almost 75%, let's say 75%. Let's see what that does. Getting there, but it doesn't sound as good as some people making it. So I'm now going to put the gain full up. Let's see what that sounds like, just for a couple of notes. Again, I'm still on the bridge pickup. Getting there. Right, still not there, still not sounding warm enough. So my next trick is bass. Obviously will help things compress more than any other of these two knobs, these knobs. So I'm going to bring in a smiley face on the EQ. If I was blasting it big volume on a stage, I probably wouldn't. But for a house, one of the oldest tricks in the book to make your amplifier sound good in the house is to bring in quite a bit of bass, maybe take a bit of middle out and create more of a scoop in the middle. Let's see what that sounds like. So I've got the bass significantly higher than the middle. Let's see if that helps the gain knob and make things warmer and more compressed. Let's see what I've got. You can see now I'm even just strumming that G chord. Let's tame the highs by just using the guitar pot. I'm now taking the tone pot down a bit. Let's try the neck pick up. Getting there, isn't it? Back to the bridge. Still doing a bit more squash and crunch. Let's take a bit of the top off the amp. So now we've got just less than 12 o'clock on the treble, a definite scoop at the mids and a big boost on the bass. Let's now tentatively bring in, if I put my guitar full up and I've turned the booster on just where you can audibly perceive that change. So here's no booster. Right, let's see if that, and you notice I've not tampered with the kind of booster, I've just taken the first one it gives me. So I'm back with the guitar full up on the bridge pickup. Yeah, now we're in the game. Oh yes. Tame some of the highs on the guitar just by taking the tone pot down. Neck pickup. I think we're in the game. I think that's it. And obviously I could bring in more boost if I wanted to. Let's do that then. Okay, let's do it since we're talking about it, because this is bluesy crunch. Let's go a bit extravagant and let's put the booster up quite a bit and let's see what that does. I like that actually. I'm happy with that. I think that's pretty damn good. Let's try a different channel. Everything back to middle again on the EQ, so that's back to normal. We'll go back to 12 o'clock on the gain and we'll take the booster back off. Pretty much that's me back to kind of a starting point. Now let's switch channel and we're going to go from the clean, which is this one, to crunch. So I notice I'm getting a big volume boost. So now I'm on crunch, right? I might tame the volume a bit. Let's see how that sounds. Crunch. Don't like that. That sounds like the amplifier's price. Cheap Charlie. I can hear potential. No, that's not good enough. So let's immediately go for the EQ trick. Back to a similar sound, loads of bass, not full up, but certainly a good 75%. A nice smiley face by having a low middle, and we'll keep the treble where it is. Let's see what that does. Just a simple EQ twist. Whoa, I fell off the guitar. Right, I don't know about that. I don't know. How about that? It's a bit thin, and so now let's whap the gain. Let's try not full up, but a good chunk of gain. Let's see if that improves things. So we've got the same smiley face on the EQ, but now we've got real boosted gain. Or not, no, you know what I mean. I do like that gain knob. To me, this amplifier is all about this gain knob. It's getting better already. Let's go full on the gain. It's a bit compressed, a bit squashy, but it's got warmth now. I'll take the volume down just a wee bit. Take one of the volumes. Where is the volume? There it is. It's a full gain. It's going towards Steve Vai now in terms of compression. Let's try the neck pickup. Heavy, but if I throw away the plectrum and start thinking Martin Knopfler, I'll try not to breach copyright. I won't play his stuff, but I'll brothers in arms type impression with that tone. Oh, by the way, one other thing with that type of tone, if we agree that it's a bit heavy for me, you could do that trick where you bring the guitar volume down, that I've done before on my YouTube videos. And then that's a lovely, sweet, crunchy, bluesy overdrive. With just a twist of the finger on the pot, I've got incredible sustain and bloom. Hear that? Back to just normal low volume. So just a weak twist of the finger. And back down again. Winding up the volume again, so you get the idea. That's a tip I talk about a lot. So that's what I would do with that kind of tone. Would I add boost to that tone? Probably not, but just since we're having a laugh, you and I, there's 25% boost. Let's see what that does to the ballsiness of it. All out rock for me, but again, if I turn my volume pot really low, that's quite a sweet tone. And then winding in the volume. There's rock and roll in that, that's great, I like that. What's not to like with that? Now I was going to do me working through the lead channels and the brown channels, but I just stopped because I was getting sounds like this. We've gone thinner, eh? We've gone thin. So that sound there for my blues playing wouldn't really work. It was thinner, boxier, more thrashy, more metallic sounding, and if you're into that kind of stuff, great. But I couldn't work my magic on it at all, because normally I would then up the gain to bring in more warmth, but then I would just get even more thrash and more metal sounding, so it just doesn't fit my kind of playing. So therefore, to me, the Katana is best kept to clean and crunch settings, and brown was just way over the top. Again, it didn't seem to improve anything, it just got even more distorted and more metallic sounding. And one final tone tip, like any amp, face it. Don't do what I'm doing now and sit beside the amp, you know, turn around and face it so the beam's coming at you. Tilt it up if you have to. If you like to stand with your guitar, do anything you can so that the beam is hitting you right in your face. To me, that drastic things happen if you're not facing the beam, in my opinion. Anyway, enjoy your day. Hope this helps somebody. All the best to you. Bye for now.